Hi, I am Percy Alvarado and this is my video reflection on the Live Task 8, Moodle MOOC 4, Value a Process of Creating Collaborative Learning Communities. Released on Monday, June 16, 2014, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, duration 60 minutes, speaker Dr. Ludmila Smirnova, a WISC live class. At the start of the live class, Dr. Nelly Dutch greeted us and introduced the speaker, Dr. Ludmila Smirnova. She talked about Ludmila's biography. Masters in Teaching Foreign Languages of Volgograd State Pedagogical University of Russia. Doctor of Philosophy in the Theory and Practice of Education of the Academy of Pedagogical Science of Moscow. Ludmila is a professor that has been at the Mont since 2003. She has taught courses in curricular planning, methods of teaching, nature of schools and society, and teaching with technology. She has become increasingly recognized for her leadership in the application of emerging Internet technologies to instruction. Then, Dr. Nelly told us that this presentation will be recorded for use in our reflection tasks. Then passed the mic over to Dr. Ludmila Smirnova. Dr. Ludmila Smirnova greeted us and will comment us to the class online. Ludmila says that the purpose of this class is to share her knowledge and experience on teaching online and overcut about collaboration learning using Moodle. She then comments on the blogs of its students took their course on collaborative learning as initially indicating they felt unsafe in learning about this issue, and at the end of the course shared their joy of having learned to learn collaboratively. Ludmila said us about the value of collaboration, that cooperative and collaborative learning really has a lot of benefits in teaching, and it really brings a lot of value to learning and for enjoyment the teaching. That collaborative learning is not a new idea. We have past history. People learn in groups since thousands of years ago. Some people have talked about the collaborative learning in the past. For example, George Jardine employed the collaborative learning in his philosophy classes in the University of Glasgow in the 18th century. He said that teachers should move to the perimeter of the action and allow the students freedom to learn from one another. Lev Vygotsky is known as an educator and researcher who promoted cooperative learning and was by far the pioneer of the study of interaction and individual learning. Jean Piaget, a famous educator and psychologist, was a supporter of collaborative learning and of the constructivist cognitive design. Often, he mentioned that social interaction and cognitive development go hand in hand. He conducted research in more than 60 cases based on frameworks called genetic epistemology and the development of serious knowledge. Jerome Bruner, an American psychologist, was really active in promoting and proving that in social processes in which students construct new ideas and concepts are based in current knowledge. Sum up, the collaborative learning is not a new idea and have well researched. According to Panitz, at least we have 77 distinct benefits of academic, social, and psychological that can be expected from cooperative learning. Among them, benefits of collaborative learning: building self-esteem, reducing anxiety, encouraging understanding of diversity, fostering relationships, and stimulating critical thinking. According to Tinsman, the collaborative learning has four main characteristics. The first characteristic is shared knowledge between teachers and students. The teacher is an information giver but incorporates some students' inputs. Shared exchange knowledge. is more powerful when students teach each other and share his knowledge. The second characteristic is shared authority. Refers to teacher and students shares the setting goals about a topic, allowing students approach to accomplish an assignment in the manner they have chosen. The third characteristic is teacher facilitator. Refers that the teacher is a mediator, a guide on one side that encourages the student to learn how to learn, to be a constructor of meanings to learning on their own and teaching each other. As a guide makes students learning how to organize and how to process and reflect about information received. The fourth characteristic is heterogeneous grouping. Refers that all members of a class appreciate the contributions of any one of the group, no matter what the content, the subject they are learning. The researcher Brophy calls the traditional classroom as the foundational concept of teaching. A style of many schools is to have the teacher in front of the class, using desks or tables where students give the face. This is not the right way to collaborative learning. A simple arrangement of furniture in the group setting really allows students to take a more prominent way in the classroom and become more involved in the collaborative learning process. Teacher and students become equal participants, as you see here. There has been a shift of paradigms in the learning from sage on the stage to guide on the side, especially in the online environment. Collaborative learning can be successful when students share their doubts, comments, and questions to each other according to prominent educational goals. Then the Dr. Smirnova made us some questions. She asked, what do you think is the difference between cooperative and collaborative learning? What is collaboration and what is cooperation? Do we need to distinguish one from another? Then she read the answer of the participant through the chat box. She went on to define these two concepts and their differences and similarities. She said in cooperation, for the learning goal, students have pieces of a puzzle and then they combine their contributions subordinated to the final decision of the teacher. Cooperative learning is more controlled. The students are responsible only for one piece of the puzzle. It's more about the decision of the teacher within the group. On the other hand, in collaboration learning, people are equal. For the learning goal, do the same work and they interact and they are responsible for the whole together. Both kind of learning have learning goals. They have competition, group roles, group process, tasks, structure, but the level of freedom, the level of interaction are different. Cooperative learning is more teacher control. In collaborative learning are responsible, interactive, and learning as a group. They decide together and choose the ways to tackle the tasks and complete them. About the crucial factor for collaboration, Dr. Smirnova said that the group creation and definition is very important. Also, the establishment of communication sessions, synchronous and asynchronous. Also, the professor is a crucial factor. According to Hills and Curry, a thoughtful instructor capable of balancing guidance with freedom is one critical factor in the successful operation of an online collaborative course. Here is a process of collaborative learning. They learn, they share, communicate, and they publish the work in attitude against reflect each other's work. They are tools for collaborating to upload, create, and share content. They are tools for safe and secure communications within Moodle. Dr. Smirnova shared his experience on how to do this. First, she teaches all his courses with Moodle and use different tools like chat, blog, forum, RLS, quiz, conference, wikis, etc. Also, she asked for feedback about the work project after completion. 3 pluses and a wish project reflections format. Immediately after, Dr. Smirnova touched on about the Jonasson's constructivist learning environment model. This model is based on an authentic activity, a project, a problem or case of study, for example, that learner has to solve or resolve together. To the students are given a project space and then explore related cases, information resources using cognitive tools like database, concept maps, spreadsheets, simulation tools, etc. Conversation and collaboration tools like Skype, Google Drive, and social like Prezi, SlideShare, social bookmarking sites, and contextual tools like activities in Moodle to develop and resolve the project, a problem, or a case study. Then, how to create collaborative learning communities? According to Dr. Smirnova, to create a safe community environment, students have to perform some action as naming projects, introduce themselves digitally, using different digital tools like videos, Glogster, Telegami, Google Drive presentations, etc. Street rules analyze as an activity, creating class rules by the students, and put on the discussion forum, making a group choice activity when teacher asks who is expert, for example, we know the use of a blog, a wiki, a screencast tool, students post, and this allows the teacher to create appropriate groups for the work projects with experts in each group that teach his partners. In this slide, Dr. Smirnova showed the kind of collaborative recourse project offered to his students groups and the activities within. Starting each course, Dr. Smirnova communicates that projects will be developed collaboratively by groups. At the end of the week, each student presents a group processing form individually with the feedback, responding to questions about his participation in the project. Here are some examples of project groups names. Here, example of collaborating tools as Glogster and World.net for express ideas for projects. Here, example of social networking tools as Delicious, Edmodo, Twitter, Digo, Back the Web, and Plurk. Also, we see here Blogger, EdCanvas, Podcast, and Storyboard. Here we see the reflection sharing by the students about the course and the group works. According to Dr. Smirnova, students have a sense of community, family, and belonging when their classes and his work project are complete. The students write letters or edit communication to the following students of the next courses using tools like Boki, MoveNote, or Screencast-O-Matic as creative reflections. Here is a photo gallery of a class developed by Dr. Smirnova. And to sum up this presentation, we can say that collaborative learning has a lot of benefits if it is set up and facilitated correctly. And building community of learners from the very beginning is important and contributive to effective group collaboration. Finally, Dr. Smirnova showed us the reference of the presentation, and there was a small parting conversation between Dr. Nelly Dush and Dr. Smirnova. Thank you for your attention.